been an interesting day. A lot of things are happening here over this weekend, and it has been very, very interesting. We're not going to spend too much time on it, but of course, we can't go without talking about the fact that President Biden has decided to withdraw from the presidential race. He has endorsed Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris, and I guess she will be moving forward to secure the presidential nomination, which appears to be a shoo-in. And interesting enough, we are about 4 months away from the election. So, this is going to be an interesting 4 months for her. And an interesting 4 months across the board for this election process. I have been very verbal about what I felt like was going to happen with President Biden. So this is not anything new to me. I've been talking about this since 2020, and I talked about it again in 2021. And I talked about it most recently, December 2023, that number one, I did not think since 2020 his health was going to hold up for his entire presidency. I'm honestly very surprised he's made it this far. I did not believe I definitely didn't believe that he was going to Virgo rising, great. And so, as I've been I don't watch politics for politics itself because I just don't believe in it. But I had been kind of following him a little bit with regards to his health and what was going on with him. And so I knew that there was a rapid progression of what was happening to him cognitively. Now, they don't want to say it, and it doesn't really matter because it's become quite obvious what is going on with him. And he does have his cognitive abilities are rapidly debilitating. So it doesn't take a medical professional to see that he's on a fast decline. So one of the things that I had talked about back in December was I had posed the question, I don't be paying attention to that. But one of the last things that I talked about with regards to this was in December 2023, I posed the question, what happens when a sitting president is not able to run for re-election? Because I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming and he wasn't going to be able to make it. And here we are. He's decided to withdraw because of his health. In all honesty, I think there's going to be another surprise event between now and the election that pushes Kamala into the presidency. Okay. So I don't necessarily believe she's going to win the election, but I do believe she's going to be president. And you're like, how is that going to work? What do you mean? She's not going to win the election, but she's going to be president. Technically, we have about 4 months left in President Biden's term. Well, yeah, 4 months. This give or take from now until the election. I believe that there's going to be a set of circumstances within this 4 months that's going to happen, and it's going to push her into being the acting president for the remainder of this term. Now, there's only two things that can happen. Now, I don't know this for certain, but this is something that I feel like is going to happen. But there's only two ways that this could possibly happen. One is he decides to retire altogether. And what President Biden has going on in his chart right now, this could trigger a forced retirement or an early retirement. So, of course, if he does that, Kamala will step in as president. The other possibility would be that his health declines to the point of him transitioning. Now, I always say that I do not do death astrology. There are astrologers out there that are skilled at doing astrology around death, and I personally wouldn't feel comfortable doing that because I am not God, and I am not the end all be all, and I would never, I'm not placing that on him. But I think there's going to be a rapid decline in his health, and one of these instances is going to push him to have to leave office early, and she will step in as president in litem. Is that what they call it? President in litem? Interim president, or whatever that looks like, for these last few months until we go to the new election. So we shall see. That's my prediction. But hopefully, you know, I'm wrong. Oh, I shouldn't have let that incense. Oh, I put that out. So, does anyone have any thoughts about this particular subject? And